Machiavellian is Illuminati all through your body. The blows like a...
Hi guys, it's me, Gloria, your best friend till the end, and I'm back with another video today. If you watched part 1 of this video and you saw the title of the thumbnail, then you already know what this video is about. It is about the cold case of Vanessa Marie, aka Honey Malone. And you already know that she was murdered on October 23rd, 2012 at the Hampton Villa Apartments in Stone Mountain, Georgia. At the time of her death, she was 18 years old. Police believe that she was lured to her death by some or all of the individuals in that apartment that night. And as I stated in the first part of me glancing down from time to time, it is because I am looking at my notes that I have here, so please forgive me in advance. Like I stated, Honey Malone, or Honey as she likes to be called, was murdered on October 23rd, 2012 at the Hampton Villa Apartments in Stone Mountain, Georgia. She was 18 at the time of her death. Now, a question that has been asked, or maybe has not been asked, but I'm pretty sure it has been, since that has been suspected to be a drug house, which was run by Mercy, which is supposed to be the main man in this investigation because he's deep into the dope game, as I said in part 1 of my video. They wonder if any contraband like drugs or burner phones or anything of that nature, even money, they wonder if any of these things were taken from the crime scene. And as I stated in part 1 of my video, they did find Honey, which is the victim in this case. They found her phone a half a mile away from the crime scene, where police were able to track it until it went dead. And I will also talk about how not shortly after, but a little while after this murder had taken place, she was, said by her mother to have a smart mouth. A smart mouth, because she was the type of teenagers, as most teenagers are, who would say, if someone said, "I'm gonna shoot you," she'd probably look at you and say, "Well, do it then," because most teenagers, they're just naturally that way, especially if they are, those type that run with the street crowd, And it was a family who moved into that apartment a couple of years later. And when they saw the apartment, they asked the landlord about the stains that were on the carpet. The landlord told them that it was fruit juice. Now, the reason why I say that is because I'm going to get into something else that might be able to help a lot of people. When you move into a home and you don't know anything about the area and you're not from there, please, 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 please do your research on the home that you are moving into or considering moving into. Because as Georgia law requires, if a murder happens in your home and you walk into that home to buy it and you're viewing it, or even to rent it and you're viewing it, and you see something like that and the landlord tells you, "Oh, it's just fruit juice, oh, it's just grape juice," they don't have to tell you that that's blood because a murder occurred there. They don't have to even tell you that, because by Georgia state law, they're not required to tell you that a murder happened in your apartment or your home unless you ask about a specific murder, which you will hear them say in the video that they did on this case on Crime Watch Daily, and I will link that in the description box below if I can find it. There are several numbers of the intruders that supposedly were in the apartment that night. Some articles say it was 2 to 3 men. Some articles say it was 3 to 6. no one really knows. But however many individuals that there were, one of the 3 to 6 men, I'll just say 3 to 6, one of the 3 to 6 men kicked in the door, and then they proceeded to tie Mercy, Spoon, and one other man up with an electrical razor cord and put them in the shower. Now, as I said in my other video, you have one body on you of an 18-year-old girl who probably weighs 110 pounds soaking wet. You already got one body on you. Why not take the rest of the people out? You ain't got to leave no witnesses, and like Griselda Blanco said, don't even leave seed. So if there were kids in the house, not that it's okay, but you might as well take them out too. Because that is how some people do. They ain't going to leave no chances for no witnesses. Now, there is reported that there was a young lady in the house who was in the bed with one of the gentlemen that were in the house that night. I have her name, but I'm not going to use it because I do not have a street alias for her, so I will not be using that in this video. But that young lady, whatever she knows or whatever she saws, it would be in her best interest to come forward, because if they are after either one of those guys, Mercy, Yak, or Spoon, it's not going to be too long before they link you with them that night and come for you as well. So it will be in your best interest. If you saw anything or know anything, just come forward. And if you had nothing to do with this case, you can remain anonymous, and you can. So if anybody, just not this young lady, if anybody knows anything about this case, whether you had found it by accident or whether you was in some place at some time and one of them were there and they started talking, and you overheard it, just go to the police and tell. Because as many people know, a lot of people, after they do stuff like this, their conscience starts to get the best of them, and they start doing all kinds of drugs. Sometimes they start drinking. Sometimes they have nightmares, and some people talk in their sleep. I know, because I'm one of them that talk in my sleep. So, and I'm not saying that I've done anything, but some things have happened to me that have caused me to talk in my sleep. So yeah, people talk in their sleep, and I'm a believer, a firm believer actually, of the saying, loose lips sink ships. So if these people have gotten drunk, high, or whatever around you, and they have started talking about this, it could be the smallest thing. It could even be an offhanded comment that they made that could, have something to do with her murder, but not directly. Anything, I'm pretty sure anything that you know or seen or can tell might help the police. I'm pretty sure they would greatly appreciate it, because that will bring them one step closer to solving this case for this girl's family. And I know that this mother is in pain, because I talked to her 2.5 years ago. And so if y'all know anything, please come forward and tell everything that you know. Like I said, it could be the smallest thing that could help crack this case wide open. They have already found another gun that was believed to have been used in the gun battle because of the shell casings that were found at the scene. Now, if they could link this gun to this person of interest that they have, this could also be one step closer to cracking the case. And I just hope that somebody has the courage to speak up, because these people who killed this young lady, I don't care if it was 2 to 6, 2 to 3, 3 to 6, whoever did this, whoever knows about this, whoever was in that house that night and knows anything, they do not need to be roaming the street among citizens, because if they did this once, I'm pretty sure they'll do it again if they haven't already. But I'm pretty sure, like I said in part 1 of my video, if you got one body, you might as well go and take all of them out. If it was that easy for you to kill that 18-year-old girl, you potentially are a killer. This ain't your first time killing. So I don't understand how these people can be still walking around like this among, just regular citizens living their day-to-day life, when this girl wouldn't, this girl family will never get the chance to hear her laugh again, will never get the chance to hear her, speak, will never get the chance to spend another holiday with her, will never get the chance to, hug her or anything that we all take for granted. They will never get that chance again. They won't get that chance again. And as it has been said that, like I said, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this to you, and I hope you see this. When I say this to you, I do not know you. I don't want to know you, but I will say this to you. You are a coward, you are a lowlife, and you are a piece of trash that does not deserve to be on the bottom of somebody's shoe, because you are not the good Lord above, and you are not judge, jury, and executioner, so that did not give you the right to take this young lady's life, no matter what she did, said, saw, or you thought she saw. You do not have the right to decide if somebody lives or dies. So you need to turn yourself in, because if you did that, I'm guessing you tough, you bad, you a gangster. So apparently you got some balls, but you ain't got the balls to face up to your crime. Yeah, you weak. You weak, especially if you had to shoot a 18-year-old girl who's probably 110 soaking wet if she weighed that much. You are a weak coward who deserves to rot in prison for the rest of your natural life, along with anybody else who had any involvement in this crime, because you took somebody's life, you took somebody's daughter's life, you took somebody's sister's life, you took somebody's aunt, cousin, or whatever. You took somebody's life. You are not God, and this will come back on you, because you know what they say, karma is a bitch and it will catch up to you. So I'd advise you to do the right thing now and turn yourself in before it's too late, because you already running out of time. Little do you know, because once the people that are investigating this case catch up with you, you through. You might as well go and throw your life away, because you are done. And if anybody knows anything, they need to confess. I mean, even if it were the people that were in this house, I don't care if you have to turn on your co-conspirators, do it. You know what I mean? Because this can bring this girl's family some justice, And it could answer a lot of questions that I'm pretty sure these people have. Because like I said, I've never experienced the loss of a child myself to gun violence or murder, but I have experienced the loss of a family member to gun violence, because just like Honey, my family member was shot in the back as well. And to those people, and they know who they are, y'all are weak, just like the people in this case that I'm talking about, and y'all need to rot away in prison for the rest of y'all life too. And anybody that knows anything about that case needs to come forward, because I'm sure that there is more than one person, and one in particular, and they need to stop being weak and being a simp and come forward. But that brings me to the end of this video, guys. Just remember to stay positive, because you could be someone's reason to smile today.